Good morning and Namaste, my friend, and welcome to Namaste Today in the Zodiac Weather. My name is Christopher Witecki. I am the Sensei to Sirius Joy, here to stand in my heart and walk in the light. I'm love casting live in 5 dimensions on this beautiful jungled Gaia on Tuesday, February 10th, 2015. And today I think it's going to be an interesting and probably exciting day because today, step 21 rules the day. Step 21 is when the fun begins. This is when you cross the bridge. When you cross the bridge, and this time, because it's Aquarius, I think it's going to feel like this. I think we're in the jungle, okay? We have not been in this consciousness before. A lot of people have been telling me, this Mercury retrograde is so hard and so difficult. And I kept thinking about it as an astrologer, like, why are people being roughed down by this? Well, for one, Mercury is retrograding through Aquarius, and we are, as a species, very inexperienced in the Aquarius state of awareness, the I belong state of awareness. We are pre-age of Aquarius, and so this is the part we don't get. It's a jungle out there, folks. And today we're going to cross a bridge. Now, of course, on either side are our fears of how we could fall, right? But today I'm going to give you the formula of how you get across that bridge without any stress or difficulty. I believe so. And that's what it comes down to, our beliefs, because 2 + 1 makes 3, as you will see, and it comes down to what we believe. But before we dive into belief structure, let's first tame our brain, shall we, with the phrase of the day. I am mindful of my heart in every step I take today. And so it is. I am mindful of my heart in every step I take today. So today, whether you believe or feel you're crossing a treacherous bridge in a forest. I do have Leo rising, so I like to add drama, okay? But whether or not you feel that, this is a good practice. Practice makes master. Every step I take today, I am mindful of my heart. See if you can do that in every step you take today. And if you can't do it in every step, well, try it just walking to the car. Seriously. How long can you be mindful of your heart all the way to the car? And mindful of our heart is that our mind has identified what our heart is now and what our heart wants next. Right? That's what I ask my heart. Hey, how you feeling and what do you want next? Right? So I am mindful of my heart in every step I take today. And so it is. I thought so. The serious step of the day is step 21 Aquarius, and we are high in the vibration. We're getting to the highest vibration of human consciousness, or 3D consciousness. And today the architecture of the incarnation is as follows. Once we hit step 20, we're in the Master's realm. Masters because you're using emotion to connect to the plurality of reality, and when you can emotionally connect to the plurality of reality, you are affecting reality more than the average Joe. Whether it's in your church, whether it's in your community, etc. And this is our feelings, basically. So we start with, we feel what we are becoming. That is what our premise is now in Chapter 3. I feel what I am becoming. I feel what I am becoming. And today, we add the magic secret ingredient of love. So love will be prominent on the planet. You'll feel this love. This is the secret love behind the sauce of a Sagittarius, by the way. Sagittarius is always like super happy, like, hi. All the happy, healthy ones I know, right? That's because they got that love right in their astronumerology, right there. So we add the love, which adds to a 3, Sagittarius, I believe, right? So when we when we feel what we are becoming, like, oh, I'm becoming this, and we love it, it leads us to a new belief about life, and it leads us to a new door opening, or it leads us to crossing the bridge, because once we believe, we'll be able to actually cross. And this is the formula for how you can believe most powerfully, right here. Basically, to tap into feeling what you are becoming, and to add love to the sauce. Love will make sure the bridge doesn't collapse until you get there. I can't promise you that. You have to actually try putting love in your heart and walking in life and seeing for yourself if God is covering your astro. In my experience, if I'm in a state of love, I am treated like a king everywhere. It is what lights up everyone and everything, babies, animals. You are in a state of love. If you walk your life like today, then it will be a different reality. That is ascension, my friend, right here, this simple step. And step 21 is basically what we're talking about here. That's the degree of my moon. So I like to live life right on this edge, right here. Like, we're going to school, or we're going to Disneyland, or something's on the other side of that bridge. You know, I get excited about it. So today, let's look at the colors and see how it plays in our day. And you know, the chakras, the 7 chakras, they're kind of like spirituality mixing reality like turntables. And we have 7 turntables. And right now spinning is the I feel I am becoming. So right now, the 3rd chakra is lit up right now because we are feeling what we are becoming. Then we add what I love. So our heart chakra lights up. So I feel what I'm becoming, and I love this. I love brownies, and I love this, and I love puppies, or whatever. And this leads to something that you believe, and your belief is your vision, so it's what you're light casting forward. We use the 3rd eye to light cast forward, basically to set up into the future what will later be the present, right? The present, not what we call in slang the present. So today I highly recommend you red chakra down into the earth and ground yourself, because we are getting high up in the balloon consciousness of human consciousness, and you really need to ground right now. This is why some Aquariuses are extremely jumpy people, because they have not grounded, FYI. And we're going to open up the Aquarius energy. This is, at the end of the day, what we're working on now is where we belong, which is Aquarius. And so this bridge crossing that we're making is, in fact, to, you know, our Atlantis, to our whatever the vision of your paradise is in this life so far. That's ought to be where it is, because where we belong is where our heart wants to be. So it should be some sort of promised land. So be sure to clear your red and then clear your violet. Let's now move on to the cosmic clock. Alright, so looking at the cosmic clock, as we said, step 21 rules the day. That's the 21st step into Aquarius. So today we take our 21st step, and on our 21st step, our heart opens up. It's going to be a joyful day for that. Now, kind of grounding us emotionally, well, let's first talk about Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde is at step 1. What's step 1? I love. Oh my gosh. So our mind is on our heart too already. Thank goddess for that. This is how the universe kind of gently directs us. I think when it comes to the planets, you can always say no. My mind will think about death, step 0 today. Go ahead. But you just got to burn calories to hold that. What astrology is like, hey, the winds are blowing this way. We're a ship at sea. If you don't put your sails up, you won't move fast. You're going to be pissed the wind's blowing west? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, to me, that's part of the reality game we signed up for, So Mercury goes direct tomorrow. So when you wake up, we are shifting. So it's very interesting that we cross the bridge, and then Mercury's like, and direct. And I always see this beautiful ballet coordination of the planets. They are so beautiful to me. Now, the moon is in Scorpio, which is emotionally grounding us today. And normally I wouldn't say the moon in Scorpio grounds us, but we just went through a bitch of a 2.5-year transit with Saturn in Scorpio, and I think all of us are cleaned out in this regard. I was talking to a lot of people in the convention about it too. It's just like everyone unanimously agreed that I spoke to that the last 2.5 years had been extremely difficult. Well, we were cleaning our Scorpios, and now that we're all out there nice and clean, I think when the moon moves through this space, it actually moves through a very clean and strong part of us. So we're going to be emotionally grounded on that bridge today. I don't feel like we will be, really easily engulfed by old fears. So we have our Scorpio step 0 boundaries up. I protect. And Jupiter is retrograde and forming a trine, right? Or excuse me, a yod. And this yod, that was my mind going, damn, retrograde. And this yod is really pointing at what? Step 17 retrograde of Jupiter and Leo. So what this says is that in the background of us dancing across this bridge, which is how I'll do it, dance, not moonwalk, I'm not that ballsy, but I will dance. But the yod says pay super, super close attention to, well, Jupiter and Leo, your heart's desire at step 17, which means your heart's desire and what it wants to manifest, step 10, right? So your heart's desire and what it wants to manifest, step 10, as it relates to God, step 7. what God is saying. And what God is saying is what your spirit knows your story is. So it's like, hey, remember what your story is, and remember to, retrograde your heart to this degree, 17, this degree. And what this brings in on each side is the new ego and the new rules that are happening with Pluto and Aries. Pluto in Capricorn and Uranus in Aries. Thank you very much. Now here is the big news of the day for you to know. Sagittarius is at step 4. Saturn in Sagittarius is at step 4. And step 4 means quantum change, right? This is the holy shift moment. For the next 10 or 11 days, we're in holy shift. By the way, Saturn retrogrades at step 4. So after we holy shift, we start backing up from that. And it stays at this degree. It stays at this step for a long time. This is the mind-blowing step. Now, for those who have stock in the stock market extremely volatile at this point. Step 4, step 22s, always volatile in a stock market crash. Sagittarius is people's faith, period. It is the collective consciousness. There is no more prime time for collapse than I can see as an astrologer, but I don't really study that full time. I just have looked at some of the things to see what happens. What it means in your personal life is that each individual here on the planet is going to have a holy shift. Your beliefs will change in a fundamental way. It may mean that one belief is breaking down, but so far in my life, it's the beliefs I didn't like. Like I have to work hard to get there. Of course, I already spent so many years doing that. But I recently realized that belief needs to go in the trash can, right? So there will be some quantum shifting. It can happen at any moment. It kind of depends on your individual story. You might want to look at your rising sign for more clues on the timing of that. And climbing up the stairway to heaven, I guess, we're at step 21, so we're crossing the bridge. And with the moon in Scorpio today, we are emotionally grounded. Now, tomorrow, the passion goes quantum. So I think it's that once you get to Disneyland on the other side there, you are excited, okay? And in that excitement, once the molecules of the collective conscious are bouncing off each other in that new environment of belonging, everybody together starts to shift. And that's the power of the matrix and how our emotions play into our own realities and our own consciousness around us. And I think our all combined perceived realities. Everyone individually affects the matrix, but when they all get together and they all dance together, the matrix moves faster and higher, I think is what it is. So let's boil this down to practicality in the Sensei Sunrise. So I am reading Conversations with God. That's basically the book of the month. I'm at the second book. I'm going to dive into the third now that I have a little time. Thank goddess. It's written by Neil Donald Walsh, and I'm sharing stuff because it has to be out there. Absolutely. And in the Conversations with God, one thing God says is always err on the side of love. So if you find yourself in a treacherous spot crossing your bridge and you don't know what to do, and even you are in touch with your heart and you are emotionally grounded, all the things that I think are positive about the day, still something bewildering, is in front of you. Well, err on the side of love. Erring on the side of love is, hey, what's the most loving thing for myself? First of all, the most loving thing. And, your mind will get it once you're feeling the love for yourself. It's usually to be kind and make it easy on ourselves, and but not give up what we want. That's not kind to our heart either, So err on the side of love with that. And if you encounter some Aborigines or some sort of native culture that you are intruding upon as a white man as you cross the bridge, well, then err on the side of love. It's just like, hi, hey, we heard you have Disneyland here. We'd like to come in. Would that be cool? Right? And if you're in your heart, they'll see that you're excited and they'll say, yes, come in. I believe. Or I may believe something else, right? So we were looking at in the architecture of incarnation yesterday. In the last couple days, I've been teaching about how it all builds up. And to review very quickly, we love, and then we have a thought field around that, and a creative field around that, and reality around that, and emotions around that. And then around that is our male energy. So our male energy is the horse that pulls these planets, really, like pulls it around to where it wants to go. And that's what we need to do, is pull it around most of the time. Mars is also the energy that's like, hey, stand back. The king or queen is behind me. No way. You have to, go through all sorts of things. So we do wear our ego on our feelings as our battle armor, right? And that's what it's here to do. You don't want any idiots to stumble upon your situation. And when I mean idiots, I mean people who aren't bothering to learn or anything or be kind to others. And although we can get mad at those people, I'm learning, if we err to love, then we'll just gently pass. But that ego is on the outside. Oops, excuse me, wrong chart. So I'm going to go back here and do this. There you go. I'm not going to be prideful in this way. It's my new Leo rising you're seeing. So when we look at the next step today, when we're at step 21, I think the crossing of the bridge is that we throw on a different coat this day, not battle armor. We throw on love. So today you wear your love clothes. Today you wear your sparklies. Today, so many girls I know wear the shiny bling. This is the day. This is the day where you throw your love on. When we tell the male energy to become an undergarment of strength, right? And that's, I think, the secret formula of how you manage yourself across the bridge. You let your love be your coat, and your male energy be your strength underneath. And you let that be your guide. The people you are encountering see what first? Love. What you are led from is love. And if you look at this diagram, you've created a love-to-love situation here. We live in a free will consciousness. Consciousness is, you can choose to be aware of your ego, aware of it, or you can choose to be aware of your heart. These are the two choices that separate mankind from enlightenment and not, right here. This is the battle right here between the heart and the male energy. Yes, for thousands of years when we were surviving, we let the male lead because we were almost dying, and they also invented steel along the way and started cutting people. Bastards, right? And the bastards did. The fatherless ones were the jerks. So we have choice now. And that choice comes in when you walk across the bridge. That choice comes in this moment. The choice is, do you want to put love first? Do you want to put the ego first? And this is the architecture of that. All right. So moving on, my friends, the 1111 today, for those in my Sirius Joy Network, is I'm going to tell you at 1111, how do you love yourself first? So I think everyone loves themselves first in a certain way, and then they move into something they want to do with it. And then at 3:03 p.m., will text you which state of awareness is most important to self-love for you. And when I mean most important, so you know here, I mean the one that's critical to success. The one state that you have to be aware of. It could be your mind, it could be your heart itself, it could be your emotions. The AIT will tell you. Incidentally, anyone who wants to register for our April trial can now go to SiriusJoy.com and pre-register for that. Make sure you have your phone with you because there's a little connection thing. So when we come back, I'm going to tell you some interesting stuff in your zodiac weather right after this.
What's the difference between lust and love? We get them confused. What are your turn-ons? What are your turn-offs? Do you know what really gets you hot under the collar, baby? Are you always dating the person that frankly sucks in bed? Are you and your mate not mating anymore? Do you even know what turns you on? I have that answer. With a date of birth, I can tell you anything. We call it Secrets of Birthdays, the Love and Lust Report. Find out your birthday secrets today, available online at secretsofbirthdays.com.
Welcome back to Namaste Today. And let's roll on now to the Rock and Roll Gospel. As you may or may not know, I believe there are 3 ingredients to serious joy: love, laughter, and song. So I always believe in singing, and today I'm going to share with you on our quest for cool groups and cool teams. That's kind of what my theme is as we wrap up the master degrees of Aquarius. I'm looking for the master musicians that we're setting out a master vibration. And today it's an awkward one. You may not be familiar. Seals and Crofts. You guys remember Seals and Crofts? I know some do. Man, these 2 guys are awesome. Just totally awesome vibrations, like brought the most beautiful music, really. Opened up my Pluto Libra in a lot of ways. My artist inspired me a lot. Now, the song I love is Ruby Jean and Billy Lee. This is my favorite one because they're singing to their wives and they're singing about their children, and it's just like really pure, beautiful love song. So if your heart is shut down, you may not want to listen to it. You'd be like, you know, like might hurt a little. But I'm actually doing a little 3-song tribute. They also sing Summer Breeze, which everyone has heard and recognizes. And I also put in a third one that you might like. Another one that was important to me is a kit. So I'm not going to say it because my inner child is like, don't tell them. But come on down and take a look and listen if you're in the playlist on the website or on YouTube, both. It's in our daily playlist. So before you go, listen to the peaceful, loving grooves of Seals and Crofts. Let's take a look at the moods of each of our brothers and sisters today. And today, I'm going to actually talk about what you were crossing the bridge into anyways. What are you crossing the bridge into today? Now you can look at this for your sun sign and your rising sign. You'll find both stories apply. Starting with the Scorpios. Sunny and cool today for the Scorpions. The moon is in their very cleaned out consciousness, right? But you are crossing the bridge into emotional tranquility. Scorpios are going to start to calm down. Hallelujah, right? Step 1, the Leos, sunny nesting and resting today. But you are crossing the bridge into long-term unions. And that is both professional and romantic for the Leos and the Leo risings. Step 2 is the Cancers, sunny and childlike today. You are crossing the bridge into self-transformation. So about to leap across something to change yourself. Step 3 is the Sagittarius, cloudy and private today, very spiritual, but crossing the bridge into peaceful thinking, which is huge for the Sages. Step 4 is the Aquarius, sunny and professional today. You, my friend, are crossing the bridge into truth and transparency. You're like, oh no, I'm not. Wait till you get there. Wait till you get to that jungle. They're going to ask you to take your clothes off. Step 5, the Gemini, sunny and hyper aware. But you are crossing the bridge into life purpose and destiny. That'll be fun. Something you'll like to think about. Step 6, the Libran, sunny and productive today. But you are crossing the bridge into true love and serious joy. And remember, it's Sirius because it's the brightest star in the sky. Step 7, sunny and learning today, but you are crossing the bridge into inner faith and God, that high Pisces vibration, right? Step 8, Capricorn, sunny and social today, but you are crossing the bridge into what I call soul capitalism. That is manifesting from the soul versus manifesting from the needy, right? Step 9, Aries, cloudy and private today, but crossing the bridge into heartfelt belonging. So you're going to where you really belong, where your real people are, where the mothership is, right? Step 10, the Taurus is sunny and sentimental. That's the wrong sentimental face. Oh well, that is maybe how I actually feel. But anyways, you are moving into a destined legacy. So it's legacy time in the career, you know, what you came for. And the Virgos, sunny and pensive, but you are crossing the bridge into perfect process. I know that sounds robotic, but this is exactly what is a wet dream for Virgo, is the perfect process, not the perfect outcome. That is the separation of a proficient Virgo and a master Virgo. Master Virgo perfects the process, proficient Virgo trying to perfect the outcome all the time. So let's move on to our Lightwalker Parade. First, I just want to say, if you're watching on YouTube, please be kind and do subscribe. It helps us with our relationship, where you can watch on the mothership, of course. You can be our friend on Facebook by going to soulgarden.me. It takes you straight there. And at soulmart.me, where we have all of our goods and services. You can also sign up for our email list. And don't forget, Valentine's Day is coming up. Secrets of Birthdays is a great, fun, cool gift. It's so accurate. Everyone agrees. I've never had anyone tell me it wasn't strikingly accurate. So give it a try if you like. It makes a great Valentine's Day gift. Watch Modern Mommies. These ladies are incredible. They're talking about forced vaccinations. And I just want to say thank you, and I love you too. You can come on down to the mothership anytime you want. We'll always have a candle burning in the window. Have a fabulous day. Good luck on your bridge, and I will see you on the other side. Until then, remember I love you, and live, love, be.
This is just so ironic.
TV. So God.